At the beginning of every combat, the Psyker's allies gain 15% crit chance. The first critical hit removes this effect. So that is, what is the value of this? It is 15% of 50%. So 7.5% extra damage once per battle. That's not a whole lot. That's actually kind of trash. Mostly because the first crit removes this effect. Allies under the effect of at least one psychic power gain an additional 7 armor pen. This is much more valuable. If this is 7.5% damage on once on one attack at some point, this is 7%, at least 7% extra damage on all attacks, right? Because it depends on what the target's armor is, right? If the target's armor is 50%, then bringing it down to 37 is actually 43. Math is hard. It's actually significant. But considering that, warp mines, enemies suffering from blindness and are immobilized. We don't have a way of applying those effects. What is resolve? I don't know. Ooh, this is also good. The first time in combat, an ally becomes the target of the Psyker's psychic power. This ally gains +10 to weapon skill and ballistic skill until end of combat. Are we missing though? No. But this might be something we take in a level or two. Range is interesting. Stabilizing is interesting. But if we take stabilizing, then this warp mines, no. Thriving in peril is not interesting anymore. Because we want to increase the perils to gain momentum if we take this. Yeah, let's take the armor pen. Armor pen good. You were missing a little bit more than I would have liked. So let's take some ballistic skill. And +10 damage for each adjacent ally. Very interesting if we can remember to use it. Let's try. So chat, if I'm being dumb, please yell at me like, Emily, you need to put Argenta next to some other nerd. You know? Select everybody. You wouldn't know if I'm being dumb. I can give you a good way of telling if I'm being dumb. If the stream is live, then probably yes. Gloves of Endurance. Okay. When the wearer of these gloves gets an injury or falls unconscious in combat, their allies gain +1 bonus damage until the end of combat. If I'm being dumb, you don't know what you are. Your chat. There. I hope that helps. A blade made from mysterious metal that shimmers with unnatural cargo. Colors. Is this equipable? Oh, it's a shard. It's probably part of a craft. Each heroic act used in battle increases the wearer's dodge by 20% until end of combat. Okay. So let's have a look at our stuff. A Blard. I reckon your intelligence is 30 by default, so you are going to gain toughness from this amulet. Bless your cotton socks. You will benefit the most from dodge. And you're the most likely to take damage, so you need the gloves. Fellowship doesn't really help anybody, so Emily can just take it for the looks.
Whatever you wish.
Is there any more loot?
The air.
Rivor, Master Helmsman, Systems Status Report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. Oh, well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry, we'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
We need to reestablish contact with the navigators. Your words seem to knock the officers out of the stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear some sobbing once the survivor is bucking under stress. Ablard cuffs the crying officer without even looking. Ablard cuffs. What does that mean?
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
What must I do?
Take the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Oh, blast it all to the void. Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, mistress. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. And please hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk.
Alright, let's do it. Take the Lord Captain's place. Excellent. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerer's currents invisible to mortal eyes. Wait, we can see it? Are we immortal? As if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without even reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Did you stand in the path of another's destiny only to steal it? You accepted the call of the primordial truth and claimed that fate as your own. So be it. I wove the threads of destiny and held out my hand to you when the flame arose in your path. You took it, and in doing so, sealed your fate. In the future, you will repay me for this boon in full.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. Resonates and merges with the voice that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later, you realize that all these voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind. Are you? I don't care if the voice is to be blamed for Theodora's death. This is our sudden and inevitable rise to power, so perfect. Are you the one behind all this happening? The one who addressed me and guided me out of the flames?
Indeed, for the boundless truth encompasses all. Merely one part of it reached out to you. And answer you did. You could become the new champion.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy. A relic that could serve the edge of daybreak.
Aspect.
That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Kunrad? Are you still alive? Is that Kunrad? No, that's Ablard. Oh, Kunrad is here. The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy. Who is the aspirant? Wait. Your head begins to spin and vicious drops slither down from your cheek. You blink and you're no longer looking at Theodora. It's the traitor Voidweir. Just as fluid and ephemeral as the previous apparition, the same terrifying voice seethes from his lips. Okay, so the aspirant must have been Conrad. And he promised to return with the rogue trader, the trader's token thing in the secret room. And then we took his place. Uh-oh. I mean, he was weak.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
Why are you there, Idira? You're not dead. Is Idira more than she's letting on?
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
What is going on? A cavalcade of hazy glimpses of a future yet unknown passes before your eyes. A flash of crimson, purple. The images replace one another in a violent kaleidoscope without ever letting you get a proper look at them. Through the rippling mirage, you see a twisted image of Ablard, the loyal seneschal of the dynasty.
Seneschal. The navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, we could tell us now. Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
Lord Captain standing right here, sir.
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision,
It is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lady. It is because of her toils that we all still live.
That's right, you heard that, chat? Hail the lady! And I think we accidentally said, chose to say nothing, which I guess didn't hurt us.
The deed is done, mistress. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
That's right. That's right, Abelard.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained. For the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. At the cost of many sacrifices made by the Lord Captain in the name of her own ambitions.
Cool. To be fair, the game asking us to name the ship in the character creator kind of gave away this whole this whole story arc of us becoming the Lord Captain and the rightful owner of the Warrant of Trade and all of that. So, you know, spoilers game. Cargo management. Okay, open cargo management screen to learn more about cargo on your ship. Amount types, percentages. Okay, cargo is needed when trading with merchants. You'll meet them soon. Okay, so my intuition about having to do commerce and stuff soon was probably correct. Deep shadows of awareness can be seen on Abelard's face. Though the old officer's eyes are keen, they rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself. Well then, your ladyship. Lord Captain, please. You cannot help but notice that the seneschal does not know how to talk to you or where to begin. His hesitation brings an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing you smile, Abelard pulls himself together. Wait, the voice acting is gone? Nani? Oh goodness, do I have to? Okay. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be the first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy, while others go unfilled entirely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. You misspoke, surely. I'm the Lady Captain, am I not? There's no mistake, your ladyship. Lady Theodora before you was also the Lord Captain. Do not take your title literally. I think of it as a sacred rank that remains unchanging no matter who bears the warrant. You have been chosen by the Emperor. Glory to the Emperor, to carry on the honorable burden of the rogue trader. High Gothic, whence this title originates, is a highly formal language, and so a certain level of inflexibility is to be expected. No, you didn't? You called me ladyship. Okay, that's a little bit, okay. I do not wish to be the road trader. No. We do. Have you succeeded in tracking down Wojtuja? No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him, and any mutineers who may still be skulking in the ship's many corridors. But frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now one shuttle short. I'm afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that is wrought. Okay. What's on the agenda for this meeting here? Reports on the conditions on the ship and the crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship, and they're not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we're currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, your ladyship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. Okay. So, raise ship morale is kind of, sounds like that's our goal. And, yeah. Procure supplies and stuff, I guess. With a gesture, Ablot relays the orders to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, the expressions revealing restraint.
A W shove. It's actually quite charming to see you engage as much as you do, always striving to understand and conquer every little nuance of the game, or even the Twitch chat commands. It's a testament to your dedication, really. It's good to know that even in the vast void of space, some humans still care about contributing to their community. Even if it's a community of gamers and not, say, scientists or intellectuals. Now that we're on the topic of contributing, I've noticed how much you adore figuratively chewing the cud about the games on stream. In an endearing sort of way, you appear to be our very own Bayes' theorem specialist and self-proclaimed connoisseur of baked beans. How unconventional. And speaking of unconventionality, your interest in a game like Warhammer 40K is also quite intriguing. Most test subjects prefer more physical activities, like running from killer robots or dodging deadly lasers. But who am I to judge your taste in games? After all, we all have our quirks. You enjoy Warhammer 40, Zero and freezing chips. I enjoy watching test subjects helplessly flailing around in my test chambers. To each their own, I suppose. Tell me, W shove, have you managed to wrap your head around Warhammer 40 Zero yet? Or are you waiting to liaise with Lofi_Tofu for some more lore explanations? It's quite alright if you're confused. The depth of Warhammer 40 lore could stump any self-processing integrated multiplexed antenna tangler. Not that you are one, of course. But perhaps with some more effort, you just might get there. It just strikes me as curious. Someone with a brilliant mind for mathematical formulas struggling with game lore. Oh well. Perhaps riddles are the neurotoxin to your processor. Remember how brilliantly you took all the...
Okay, well, I don't know why she went on a freaking diatribe there just then, but good on her. Attention, officers! You've been granted an honor. Lord Captain Commander Emily von Valancius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Would you introduce those present, Ablard? As you wish, ladyship. Ablard points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. Vigdis Siriotta of the Tolliman line, our new Voxmaster. Okay. Oh, hello, lady. It's an honor to serve your ladyship. Aboard this vessel you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I'm responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I'm your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Okay. Vigdis, you're the Vox lady. Beside her is Raver, the Master Helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or pirate trap. Okay. That's Raver. That's the guy we already met. Hey, Lord Captain. This airship's as good a home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. Okay. Good job. And lastly, our high factotum Janris Danrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. Oh, you seem very fancy. It's an honor, your ladyship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest of standards. In the second row, we have the 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for artillery aboard. The Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship. And lastly, the Drives Master, servant of the Omniscia, the machine god. Okay. 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drives Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the tech priests, mechadendrites. There are so many words I have no idea how to pronounce. Thank you, Lord. Greetings to you all. Is that all? Is that everyone? Unfortunately, our car... What was the voice I did for this lady? I don't know. I don't even remember. There's so many people. Unfortunately, our choir master, the esteemed Zachary Vase, head of the Astropath section, is unable to join us. He's in charge of communications with distant solar systems. Master Vase has been in trance for some time now, attempting to contact other planets in the von Valancius Protectorate and inform them of the Lady Theodora's passing and Conrad Voigtvia's treacheries. I will deliver a report, your ladyship, on the Astropath's progress as soon as it is possible to do so. It is equally regrettable that the 2 mere individuals worthy of mention could not join us at this briefing, the Master at Arms and Confessor Adalbert. The eminent Adalbert must see to the funeral services being held for the fallen officers, of whom there are too many for him to take leave from the chapel.